And welcome back. Episode 7 of the... Well, you can't be laughing this early into the app, bro. What?
I can, because instead of all right, it's and we're back.
Yes, I've decided to do something new. So we are back.
Yep.
Episode 7, Season 2 of the Unfunded podcast. I'm professional triathlete Lachlan Jones, here with my good friend and co-host,
Lleyton Wall, professional triathlete as well. There you are.
There
Lockie gets a smile.
I wait for it every week. And it's been a big week. It's been a big week, big weekend, lots on, a lot of dirty goss, a lot of big results, a lot of big sprint finishes.
We've called it all.
Yeah. Did we?
Yeah, we did 100% for Haiku World Cup. Bit of T100 action.
Yep.
And as we loved before, a bit of juicing goss.
Yeah, we do love the goss, and we love reporting on it too. We love being, I mean, it's hard to be the first to report on something like this. And, you know, as soon as people hear a little bit, it's social media. It's small world. We're
probably always the latest to the party. We record on Tuesday, so we hear the news over the weekend, then it doesn't release till Friday.
But then
it seems like we're late.
But I feel like we are, I feel like we're probably one of the most, sometimes too honest with our opinions.
Yeah.
I have been under strict instructions today to
keep it under wraps.
Yeah, to hold back the allegations. So I will do my best.
That's good. What's been going on, Lockie? I feel as if we haven't checked in a while.
Yeah, not a lot. Just back to training after Devonport. So training hard. I really did love. I mean, obviously back on working unfunded stuff on the weekend. Last week there was school sport nationals, so I think that's pretty stock standard. Every country will have a school sport sort of national level, and the amount of unfunded screams or like the go unfundeds I've been getting at the moment.
Just walking around school sport nationals.
Yeah. I think I'm definitely. I mean, I was there to coach, so I was there coaching 2 of my athletes, and just a lot of go unfundeds, which is definitely.
Podcast guy.
I thought I was the veteran guy at one point.
Well, you're the old podcast guy.
I'm now the old podcast guy.
Next step, retirement.
Yeah, I guess so.
Aaron got a podcast and then retired.
That is the next step.
It's 1 foot in the grave, isn't it, the podcast?
Yeah, God damn it. I mean, look, at least if you're talking, at least talk nicely about me.
Yeah, fair enough.
But no, it was fun. Like we said, we'll go into it a bit more, but the T100 was so cool, like really cool. Doing a bit of obviously shooting for. Well, I didn't actually know he was there, but John Reed just annihilated that 10K was phenomenal. Like it was actually kind of scary.
Yeah,
knowing that I have to race him and try and beat him. So like that was just freakishly quick. But yeah, just a really good race. T1, I think we knew that.
I feel as if I went down to the T100 as well. Didn't go for. Yeah, I went on the Saturday and watched the women's race.
Yep, I wasn't there.
But it was a good atmosphere.
It looked really cool I was watching the stream.
Yeah.
Really cool seeing something on the Gold Coast.
It was. And I feel as if we think of surfers because we live here as like pretty grungy and dirty. Yeah. But it kind of like it's quite nice on like the main strip, the boulevard.
When it's not
full of junkies, it's pretty good. Like when there's a fair few triathletes around.
It was a little bit of a flashback to like the TUEs Blue. Like we talk about the TUEs Blue and like the St. George series, like of old, like back in the day, like in the 2000s, like the 90s and 2000s when triathlon was at its peak in Australia. Yeah. We had big paydays, a big series within Australia. It almost kind of felt like that, I guess, having a race in the ocean. Having a race like right on the beach, the heart of the Gold Coast, like it felt like
it was cool.
We were back.
Yeah, like beach straight into sky rise.
Yeah,
that was cool. And I think it was a good event. That's kind of I left halfway through because I had to go home, but I couldn't really stay in surfers for too long.
Yeah,
I got the heebie-jeebies.
I get nervous being in surfers.
It was getting dark, and I was like, oh no, I've got to go home before the junkies crawl out of the sewer.
Yeah, For anybody that doesn't know, Surfers Paradise is really nice, but it is probably like the nightlife capital of the Gold Coast,
Yeah.
that area. It's very fun when you're 18, 19, 20.
Yeah.
But it gets very gross very quick.
Very quick, yes.
I don't think I've been there for a couple of years, and I intend to keep it
Never
that
go
way.
back.
I intend to never. I do not see myself ever being in surface
Past T100 to finish.
probably past like I'm going to say 8 p.m.
Yeah.
But even then, I don't see myself being there at all.
But T100 is back next year.
Yeah,
It's back on the Gold Coast, which is cool. And it's obviously going to kick off the season, I believe, again. I don't think many races start before March. Hopefully, I feel as if the female race was good.
Yeah.
Just a bigger spectacle and a bigger weekend. You could do 2 races back to back, Saturday, Sunday, or even a Friday Arvo Saturday race, and have it more of a weekend thing if you had the males there. I think it would be like a massive spectacle.
I think it was a bit of a miss. I think it was definitely a miss.
Especially because we did have Geelong and unofficial world champs.
You got Geelong there, and we already said it last week, Ironman won that battle.
Yeah.
Like, they had an all-star cast there. So if we had both of them, we had all those guys racing T100. You know, maybe Blumenfeld might not have raced it because he definitely is more of the Ironman than T100 guy, but you still have Hayden, Yeller, and we've got a heap of athletes here that would be
comes over.
The only thing I thought was that could interrupt it was the surf, because they obviously had it in the waves, and they weren't like
massive.
For us, it's obviously that's kind of stock standard. But if you're a Brit or you're a European or an American that's not experienced that level of surf before, I remember watching. I can't remember who it was. One person tripped over 3 times just trying to get into the water.
Someone was I was watching it live down there, and you could see around the boys. They probably didn't show it on TV, but there was the last turn boy, someone coming in, and there was someone starting their second lap.
Yeah, wow.
It had to be at least 10 minutes.
Yeah, wow.
Which was crazy. Like, a surf swim just broke it up completely.
You also got like a Danny DiFrancesco who's like grown up open water swimming in Australia. Super comfortable with that environment versus someone who's probably swum in lakes their whole life.
Yeah, exactly.
2 different athletes right there. So I think it's tough. It's probably not a normal...
It was a good change of element, though.
Yeah.
It's like a hilly bike course. It's a choppy surf swim.
Got to be adaptable. Yeah. I mean, I remember Cassandra Grant, she complained about being seasick in the Torremolinos swim. So I'm like, you would have been horrible in this swim, because there was like, I would say 3-foot waves. They weren't breaking heavy, but like still decent sized waves. And they were breaking probably 100 meters off the shore. So I don't know. Good. It was fun. We would have loved it.
It was funny. You talk about seasick and Olympic gold medalists. We did a swim. We did a swim once with Phil, and it was from like Kurrawa down to like Surfers and back, and it was a race back.
Jeez.
And Alex got seasick.
Really?
And had to hop out and like walk back.
That's so funny.
It wasn't even like, it was like large enough, but it wasn't like anything crazy. But seasickness.
Yeah, wow. You guessed it.
Wow.
I mean, they're Olympic gold medalists. So if that was the price you have to pay,
I'd be seasick as well.
I'd happily take a bit of seasickness. But anyway, we'll get into the big one. Lleyton, you've got, like we spoke before, there's a bit of goss going around the probably not even just the triathlon circuit, but just the world of sport.
Yeah, the world of sport. So what's come through is the International Testing Agency, I believe it's called. Yeah, International Testing Agency has released its TUE raw data from 2019 to 2025. And what this is all of the athletes that have got therapeutic use exemptions since that time frame.
Right. How did you see this, by the way?
So there's a big list. So I first saw it on Joel Filiol's story, and it popped up. And then I think everyone saw the Colin Chartier reel.
That's right.
Absolutely blew up because he's a doper.
Well, that's where I first saw it. I saw
it's a bit of a contradiction.
Yeah, Colin Chartier he was like, oh, look at all these people. I'm like, mate, you're not really on solid ground to be talking about this, are you? Like, you're someone who has tarnished the sport as a
doper.
You've come out and said you've cheated the system. You've cheated the sport. So I thought it was a bit hypocritical that he's kind of...
And then I also saw Sam Laidlow put something on his story about the TUEs.
What was his? Did he have a standpoint?
He had a standpoint because if you look at this data, and we'll get into, I'll just get his standpoint first. His standpoint was that the athletes should be named. Like we should know what the athletes are. Where this data here, so first off, what is a TUE? We'll get into it. What is a TUE? It's a therapeutic use exemption. And it is for a person who is medically who relies on medication to fulfill full health. So,
and that's just normal base level health.
Level health, yeah. So it's just for normal health. So let's say I am a diabetic.
Yeah.
I need insulin. I then need a TUE to have insulin injections.
Yeah.
Because that is just my body cannot function like, glucose, can't process glucose and, sugar.
It's not like a loophole to be able to, I guess, like take. Well, I mean, maybe that is kind of where the line's a bit blurred at the moment, where it's like it's not necessarily a loophole because there are some athletes that are in a position where they genuinely need these TUEs to just be able to sustain. Like to take these medications to sustain a normal functioning healthy body.
It's like asthma and having an inhaler.
Yeah.
So it's those kind of conditions where you need that drug to function normally.
Yeah.
Which is I guess is a base level of a human right being access to a medication that you can use.
You shouldn't be cut off to it just because you're an athlete who is in a testing protocol.
Exactly right. So that's what a TUE is. And there's obviously a very big scrutiny or like process to get a TUE. They're not just going to give it to anyone because you don't want it to be a loophole for dopers.
I think that is kind of where the discussion lies at the moment, where are people somehow using this as a loophole?
Yes.
As a gateway kind of grey area to cheating the system.
Yeah, and that's the discussion. So we're going to see if there is a loophole and how you get a TUE, because this is probably the only way to get through the loophole. So you have to provide full medical documentation.
Who is this to? Sorry.
This is to
the World Triathlon?
So like your governing board, and then it gets analysed by an independent panel.
Right.
We'll get into it.
Because I remember just back to the Emma Jeffcoat episode where she was taking, she didn't know it at the time, but a banned substance just to clear her skin.
Acne.
It was just like a skin medication. And obviously she was very young at the time and she wasn't aware, but they slapped her with a 3-year ban straight away. And it was like, well, shit, she had to go through a big appeals process and got that down to 3 months. But like you said, there's people that were trying to, that's a good example of someone that's just literally
a mistake.
Just trying to help their skin. Yeah. Like it's such a
exactly
small
right. And that's where you would get TUE.
Yeah, exactly.
100%. So you have to provide medical documentation, show a clear diagnosis from a qualified doctor, provide that the substance is necessary for treatment, and show that there's no reasonable alternative that may be legal.
Yeah.
And then demonstrate that you won't give extra performance beyond normal health.
Yeah.
And there's also the other question of normal health. Is that, Joe Blow walking on the street normal health, or is that high performance triathlon normal health?
We just had this conversation with somebody else, and they are two different things.
Yes.
Like an elite athlete's normal level of health versus like you said, a Joe Blow, two different things. Yeah. Like that's where we have to really unblur that blurred line on, and this system has been abused before.
Oh, 100%.
This system
would have been abused before. There's obviously the saying in the world of sport, the best cheaters are the best winners are the best cheaters that don't get caught.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, like, the fact that we've had whole national federations not being able to represent their federation anymore because of instances like this and, like, obviously large-scale scandals. Yeah. Like, we can't just act like that's not still going on. Yeah. Like, exactly. We don't want to be pointing fingers and saying, like, you're there. Like, unfortunately, it's just the way of us being in competitive sport and us also being a part of this you hear rumbles, you hear rumours, everybody's got people that they're sus on.
Yeah.
It's just natural. Like, everybody has people that I'm not too sure about him. We both probably have them. We're not going to name and shame on a podcast, but it's unfortunately that is just the area that we're in and the position we're in at elite sport.
Yeah, exactly right. There's so much on the line.
And there are some people that, their morals might not be
the same as mine and yours.
The same as us, where like I would just unfortunately
be not good.
I'm not good enough. Like, as much as I hate to admit that, I'll just be I'm not good enough.
I'm not good enough. Yeah.
Hopefully,
exactly
we don't have to say that. We can just train a bit harder. But there's
get
people,
good enough.
There's people that are literally willing to cross that threshold of what's right and wrong to be able to be the best in the world.
Exactly right. So within this document that the ITA, not ITU, ITA have released, it has a list of all of these athletes and not federations. I don't believe it has the nation that they're from. It has nothing about the athletes.
Yeah.
It just has, let's say, World Triathlon have ticked it off. They race triathlon and it's for said drug.
Yeah.
So there's nothing about these people.
Yeah. So
we don't know who they are.
There's no way that we couldn't come on here and name and shame.
No,
if we
exactly.
wanted. And I think that's the conversation.
That is one of the big conversations. Should these athletes, or should these sports and drugs have a name to them?
I also think the biggest thing is with that, even if it's not the name, I think the federations should be named, because that is where if you were to say you have a real heavily correlation on, there's a lot of athletes from this said nation. Is there something going on there? They would have that data. So they would, if that was the case, I'm sure
there would be
the ITA would be furthering an investigation into that. But again, like, knowledge is power. Sam Dickinson said it once before as well. Knowledge is power. Where you want to arm yourself with the knowledge of what goes into this process, how is this process conducted, and again, like, yes, who are the athletes that could be potentially, because like we said at the start, there are athletes that are doing this for the right reasons. They just want to be able to maintain a healthy body.
I would like to think most people are.
Yeah,
most people are using, insulin, and you can look at the list for yourself, and do your data diving as much as you like. But there's a whole host of different, drugs that are on there, like insulin's on there, a big one, like morphine. I'm just going off different, these aren't even triathletes, just different oxycodone.
Yeah.
Like, they're all just like different kind of drugs that are around in the world that people need.
I think the scariest one that we saw,
and this is probably the big one.
There's 7 to 8?
So I've just done a little data crunch, and correct me if my data crunching program is wrong. But yes, thanks, chat. And it says apparently there are 78 cases of TUEs within triathlon. So that's World Triathlon, which includes para-triathletes.
Yeah.
And that is also Ironman, because they are two different entities.
Yeah.
So 78 cases. The highest, most common used substances are stimulants, so ADHD type medications.
Yeah.
But where probably it pricks our ears, it's the amount of cases that use testosterone and related hormones.
Yeah.
That is where I think it pricks the ears of athletes, where you go, is testosterone or a human growth hormone necessarily in getting you back to a baseline? Yes, it can. 100% it can. But there's a boundary where you can push, and we know you can push, where you then get more benefit.
It's almost like trying to ask the question, realistically, how many situations or scenarios are there where taking testosterone to just get to a normal, healthy level, like we said, how many scenarios are there really?
Yeah, and how many are abused?
Yeah, exactly, because that's a big one. That's a big one to get a TUE for. There's been questions. It would be
very difficult to get as well. Like, we're not saying that these people are doing anything wrong.
Yeah.
But it would be
very hard to get. So obviously we hope it's right.
Yeah. And I think they're heavily
But-
managed too as well. Like obviously there is a case and there is a scenario that I think quite a lot of people know about, maybe athletes and coaches in the short course world. And again, not going to name and shame, but from what I've heard personally from friends of this athlete is that it is a necessary TUE for his medical condition.
Yeah.
However, it is also heavily watched. So it
100%.
is heavily kind of guideline to this is to fit your medical condition and no more.
Yeah,
So-
exactly right.
But then again, we don't know who or how it's being
Yes,
monitored.
and I
so
think that's the big question. It's should athletes that have TUEs be named for clarity, and how it's monitored and administered, like how you administer the drug is monitored
And
and who by.
we just want peace of mind. We want,
Exactly.
like,
I think clarity is the big thing, big discussion on this topic.
if you were to come out and say, look, this said athlete is taking this said drug, they've got the TUE for it, this is an unbiased source who monitors it and examines it and, goes through the process of allowing them to have it.
Yeah.
And we're all clear on it. We all understand. Peace of mind, go for it.
100%.
Understand, don't care that they have to do it. Like that's fine.
Exactly right.
But
And
it's just having that, it's unblurring that very, very blurred line.
yes, exactly right. And I think that's probably the be all and end all of this. It's
Yeah.
how you have the case of should athletes that just need this drug for day-to-day function be named? Because it might be classed as an invasion of privacy.
Yeah, but
to a degree,
but what
people might not want to know that you have diabetes, or should that fact of your health be out there?
I
It's
think
like a catch 22 devil's advocate type question.
obviously I'm open and fucking honest about everything.
Yeah.
So like for me it's hard to understand a position of somebody else, and I think you'd be the same.
Yeah.
But it's like with what you're doing and your profession and kind of like the I guess high performance nature of it all,
Yeah.
I think you kind of have to almost part with that.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. I probably agree with that when it comes to a profession.
Yeah,
I guess it's like
it's a career.
if you have to go, I know the army.
Yeah.
Like if you have some kind of disease, or you're not quite up to say their standard of scratch health.
Yeah.
Well, then you can't join.
You can't just say, "Oh, I don't really feel comfortable with telling
Yeah,
you."
I can't. Yeah,
But
sorry, I
it's
have
not really-
diabetes,
yeah.
but I'm not comfortable in saying that. So
Yeah.
I get the job.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do agree with that as well.
And I think we got to really also start to eliminate the uncomfortableness of talking about this. Like it's a scary topic. I mean,
We
like I
don't
said,
just want to shoot it under the rug.
no, it's not something that I mean, again, I was under very strict instructions to not name and shame and not go too opinionated on it, but it's not something that we can shy away from. Like, oh, I don't want to like, maybe say something about this person or say something about this drug or this process because I don't want to get in trouble and I don't want to look like. I think we need to get rid of that.
Yeah.
Almost ideology and just go, look, this is what it is, a big impact on the sport, and it is something that is affecting careers.
Yeah, 100%. And I mean, the fact that there is, I think it's just a crazy number to think about, that there is 78 athletes racing triathlon that have a TUE, all different drugs, but at least 9 are on a substance that we know is, can be quite beneficial if used in the wrong way.
Yeah. If it is used as a loophole, like
Yeah.
we said, if the TUE is used as a loophole, and we've got to stop acting like this hasn't been used and abused before, because this process has.
Yeah. And I think, as we said, clarity is probably the best way forward. That's probably our opinions.
If you can prove to not us, you don't have to prove to the Unfunded podcast, but like if you can prove to the sport and like all the athletes in it, all the coaches, staff, all the people that are literally pouring so much money, time, effort into this, that look, you are in the clear. You do need to medically take this for a very legitimate reason. All fine.
Yeah,
nobody
100%.
will question it.
100%.
And if you do, grow up. Like it's it's a clear reason.
100%. I think we've ticked that box.
Yep.
Let us know your thoughts.
And our hot take is we're about to net. No, I'm kidding. Nah, guys. All right.
No hot take.
I mean,
nah. We won't cancel the pod.
no, not just yet. Not just yet.
There's always going to be some kind of doping thing every year.
I mean, there can't not be.
Yeah.
Like,
No. Colin Chartier, that's who we need to flame a bit.
Yeah, I mean,
he has no leg to stand on talking about this. Because at least these people, like, he's kind of gone on the side of these people are all dopers just like me. It's like, no, they've gone through the process of properly getting these drugs. They can't.
Do you remember what his was for?
His was EPO, straight up.
Oh, come on, bro.
It's like, I see no one on this bloody list
Yeah.
with EPO as a TUE, you bullfed.
Yeah,
Like,
you bullfed. What an Aussie.
That was probably a
Insult
polite way to say it.
Yeah, fuckwit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as I saw him, and he's been getting lippy in comment sections as of late.
just
Like,
Go get a podcast and retire, bro.
Yeah, like that's your next step. Do your breathing exercises on a rock again or something, man? Like, I don't know. Just go away from the sport.
Yeah, we had to flame someone.
Yeah, we did. I had to get that out of his system. It was burning us alive.
Yeah.
All right, something a bit lighter. Something a bit
lighter. Okay.
Let's move on to what we got very wrong and the reason why we stay short course. Why we stay short course is 70.3.
70.3 Geelong.
Yeah.
Unofficial world champs.
Unofficial world champs it was.
Far out. Those boys can run.
Christian Blumenfeld scares me.
106.39. Ridiculous.
Yeah. I mean, just stay in long course, buddy. You don't have to
stay
come
there.
back.
Did you see his first 10K split off the bike? It was 31 something or other, 31 mid or low. And I thought to myself, that could win a lot of races.
I think he just won Oceania champs.
Yeah, exactly right. It would win a lot of Contis.
Yeah, and that's in a half marathon.
That's after 80K of ride, not 90K of riding.
Yeah,
probably at higher power as well.
Yeah, just disgusting. I mean, he played a very good game. Like,
yes,
I think
he
played the long game that day. Like we saw, Hayden was just Hayden on the bike,
ripping it up,
and then I think that probably blew him a little bit, put him back into third, and Yellow was a little bit more controlled, and he's just got a freaky run leg on him at the moment, just put him into second. But Blumenfeld was just, I think after Taupo, alpha blind.
I also think Bloomy may have played into the head of like, oh, he didn't have a good Taupo, he was a bit sick.
Yeah.
Dropped back on the bike, and he just knew. He knew that he was going to run and win that.
That was a scare. It was just incredible. It was just, he got off the bike in fifth and just made his way through the field.
Crazy. Is that the end of the middle distance athlete? Because I think, well, you see the top three. Who was in fourth that day?
Not sure. I know Kurt McDonald was fifth.
Yeah, and Josh Ferris sixth.
Not sure who was fourth.
I
mean, I would want to say Pierre Lecour, but I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not too sure either. Yeah, I was going to search that up. Anyway, but I think that's the end of the middle distance, the pure middle distance guy.
What are these guys then?
No. These guys are middle distance, but I think you need a career in short course.
Oh yeah.
Before going long.
There's not going to be anybody anymore that hasn't come through. Like the next batch of really good guys are going to be your Miguel Hidalgos, your Jamie Riddles, the younger guys that have just come out of short course.
Jake came fourth.
Jake Burwhistle.
Yeah.
Short course guy. Like multiple World Series winner.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, I agree. I tend to agree. But long course, maybe there still be.
Yeah, the purest.
Like the let's Sam Laidlow's, who else was there? Patrick Lang.
Yeah, Patrick Lang. Yeah, you have a few of them. I can't name any off the
long
top of my head.
Long course is a different beast, but Lionel Sanders, Sam Longs. Those guys will probably still be around. But yeah, middle distance is definitely just gonna be short course dominated from now on. I think
course on a TT bike.
Almost to the point where they're able to do both, and we're seeing Hayden be able to dabble in both.
Yeah, exactly.
He just raced Napier He just did
Yeah.
a sprint distance and then a short super sprint relay the next day. I mean, he won, obviously.
Yeah.
And then goes and
Third, very respectable.
very
He may as well
third.
be a third at the World Champs. Like,
Honestly. I mean, literally
I think that's going to be the battle in Nice.
Yeller and Christian first and second in
Yeah.
Nice last year.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Wow.
no, I actually would tend to agree. The next best guys are going to be the ones that are coming off. And I honestly, I predict that by the time we start to do more long course racing, probably like closer to 2030, I reckon they're going to be down to 104s, 105s running off the bike.
Yeah, probably. I think so as well.
That's just going to get quicker.
Yeah.
105s at least.
Yeah.
It'll be 105 something.
Yeah. Within the next, couple of years.
Which is
probably
absolutely
insane.
insane.
And the bike times will just get quicker as well.
Yeah.
Swim, I don't think so.
Nah.
I think that's kind of
That's pretty stable.
what the limit is. Yeah.
Not the limit, but
Not the limit, but it's not going to get that much quicker.
yeah.
It's not going to be ridiculous like these bikes and runs.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Talking about running, far out. Feel like we're a running podcast now.
Yeah, we actually are. What are the what was that running podcast called? The Good Running?
Good running. Shout out good running.
I like Good Running.
Yeah.
Definitely. I actually saw the I can't never remember his name, the Good Running.
Chris.
Yeah, Chris was
Yeah.
running the T100 the 10K.
Oh, yeah.
100.
Yeah.
It looks like he was in a bit of pain.
Oh, was he?
But I was like,
I think he ran pretty well.
Yeah, no, they're
Yeah.
good runners. But yeah, I was interesting seeing, because I think John Reid, and again, we spoke about him before, we said how good he was. I think he goes under the radar a little bit.
Underrated,
There was a
yeah.
lot of people sort of saying, like, oh, who's that? And even at the poolside on the Monday, they were like, oh, I couldn't believe he did that. And I was like, I can.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised. John's a good runner. He ran a 30-30 off the bike in Noosa triathlon. So
Yeah.
that's an incredible 10K in itself there.
What did he come at Noosa?
second.
Yeah.
Second to Matt Hauser, that newly crowned world champ at the time. So and he was closing on Hauser at 5K.
Yeah. True.
So John Reid, I think the only reason John Reid goes under the radar is because his weakness is probably the swim.
Yeah.
He comes out in that sort of, in the World Series, he comes out in that sort of second, maybe if he's having an off day, third pack, but usually around that chase pack. Who's in that chase pack? Usually Alex Yee,
Yeah.
Cantero, Hayden
Hayden.
Wild. So yes, he's not running with them, but he's not.
still an ultra runner.
He's still an ultra
Yeah.
runner. I think he's the Americans. He is USA's.
Next.
He's their guy for LA.
Yeah, because there's a bit of hype around Reese and, a couple others like that.
Reese is kind of
that
like
squad?
the podium project.
Podium project.
Yeah, U23. Reese is kind of like the cool jock.
Yeah.
Reese Lightning. Like people kind of like.
Reese Light.
Yeah, I swear I've heard someone call him that.
Serious?
I really hope I haven't just come up with that.
I reckon you have.
That's embarrassing. But yeah, he's kind of like, we gotta stop touching toes. Yeah, he's just that cool guy, and I think a lot of the expectation and probably like media hype has been about Reese and getting and even he's won some World Cups. He's been a big name in the junior under 23, sort of coming up the last couple of years. So a lot of the talk has been about getting Reese Vanneson to LA and him being the guy to get them a medal.
Yeah.
You're sleeping on John Reid. In my opinion, if I was the USA selector right now,
I know, because who else is there?
See, if USA, in my eyes, they're going to have 3.
Yeah.
They're going to automatically get two men, 2 women. I think they're going to get a third for the Olympics. John Reid is your stable guy.
Yeah.
John Reid's the guy he's got experience, raced at a young age, multiple World Series. He's a safe bet to be in at least the chase pack.
Yeah.
Get him to the front pack. Give him 2 more years. John Reid is dangerous. Could be a medal contender.
Yep.
In my eyes. John Reid's your stable guy. Reese Vanneson is your dark horse.
Yep.
Give him another 2 years. Who knows what he's running? Who knows what he's running? But he's rocks or diamonds.
Yeah.
He's either winning World Cups, he's either setting the world alight, or he's fighting for 48th place.
Yeah.
Or he's DNFing and crashing like he did on the weekend.
Yeah.
Rocks or diamonds.
Yeah.
But he's your dark horse that could do something really well. Then I think you throw in a Seth Ryder.
Yeah.
Seth Ryder's your third guy, in my eyes. Really strong swimmer, really, really strong cyclist, and on his day can pull out a strong run. Not a Reese Vanneson, John Reid kind of run, but he's your guy that's going to be your domestique if you need him to be. He's
Yeah.
your relay guy. Like, he's a strong all-round 3. If I'm the US, that's my 3. But let's throw a bit more John Reed's way.
Bit of John Reed action.
Yeah.
They are.
Yeah, that's my pick. I gave it a real good analysis as well.
That was good.
Yeah,
That was really
But
good.
yeah, like that. He just ran 10 seconds quicker than Miguel Hidalgo did in Miguel's 10K. I don't know what I don't
That's
know.
what I was going to bring up.
Yeah, I don't know what Miguel's. I don't know what the course was like for him. I'm assuming it was in Brazil.
Yeah.
Really hot, but I mean the weekend was really hot as well.
Yeah.
70% of it was into a bit of a headwind, which just makes it so much more impressive.
And solo.
He was solo literally.
I would
from the
like
start
to
line.
see what he could go with a pack or on track. Because you saw last year the Hayden Wild.
Yeah.
What did he run?
27. It was 40 high. I think.
Yeah. I reckon he could get low 28s.
Yeah, honestly, I was when I first saw it, I was at the start line and I wanted to get like the first maybe 2Ks with who I thought was going to be Hauser. And I saw this person just take off. I was like,
Yeah.
dickhead, who's an idiot. I didn't know it was John. I was like, I just thought it was some person being an idiot. You know how some people, some races, they just run like a 10-second 100.
To lead out.
Yeah, and then they throw their arms up like they're winning. I thought it was that, and then I took a closer look. I was like, oh my God, that's John. I thank God he's here because he saved the content.
Yeah.
But apparently he went through 5K in sub 14.
Well,
So he was on track.
Oh, yeah. Well, he would have, yeah.
Yeah. So because obviously majority of it was a headwind, he really wanted a buffer.
Yeah.
So he went through the first 5K in about a 13:51.
Far out.
And then, obviously the rest of it was into a headwind, so really hard job there. But yeah, then to hold on to a 28:36, just insane. And a 28:44 for Miguel Hidalgo.
It's also crazy.
Which is also insane.
So you have to be essentially a 28-minute guy.
If you're not a sub 29 guy, fresh, like you're not.
Not really going to make WTCS.
Alex G's running sub 28s.
Yeah.
Like, you're kidding yourself.
Seen him this morning? Jesus Christ.
Yeah. This morning's session, it was like, actually, no, even my last K of the run today was what John Reed averaged for the 10K on the weekend.
Yeah.
Which is incredible.
Crazy stuff.
Yeah. It's scary to think that we have to try beat them.
Yeah, I don't know.
On to the last one. The World Cup. Lleyton, how'd you go watching this one?
I was training.
You didn't watch it.
And then I also went to T100.
You didn't watch it.
So I didn't watch it. No.
Mate, short course specialist here. And
I haven't bought the pass.
2 weeks in a row.
I know this one was free.
2 weeks in a row, we have, and there were 2 free ones.
I watched the sprint finish.
On Instagram?
No. Live.
Oh.
I got out of the pool.
Which one? Men's or women's?
The men's, and I was on the tram for the women's.
Okay, well, I guess I'll do this then.
Yeah. You recap it for me. What happened?
It was a really good race. I really enjoyed watching this men's, and I just want to say I'm just killing it with the predictions.
Yeah, you are.
I picked first and third again. Unfortunately, Max Studer, not 100% sure what happened to him, but I didn't see him at all.
No.
But anyway, super quick swim. I had Michael Gar just being the fish he is in that swim.
Garfish.
The Garfish. It is the Garfish.
That's his new name.
We should start
that's good.
The Garfish.
Garfish. We have Reese Lightning and Garfish.
Reese Lightning and Garfish. Who else can we name? But yeah, he tore it up, and essentially there was 2 main packs with the big hitters in it. You had your Braden Mercer, who was up there. Braden Mercer, Ollie Conway, a lot of Brits. A lot of Brits.
It's Brit dominant.
Very, very scary how many Brits there are. And you didn't have your Jack Willis, your Connor Bentley, your Sam Dickinson, your Max Stapley.
You didn't have like your
Alex
what you would say top tier
like
British.
These are the young guys coming up, and there was just a lot of them at the front.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of Brits in the front. And then you had Tim Helwig was there as well, so he was making sure people were working on the bike. And then in your chase pack, they were about 15 to 20 seconds down basically the whhole time. You had your Cal McCluskey's, your Hugo Milners, David Quintero, obviously. And about a lap in, I thought Quintero's won this. Like a lap into the run. You had Michael Garfish just off the front. And if it was a race to 2.5K, Michael Gar would have won.
The Garfish would have won.
He was looking so strong.
Wow.
I honestly thought if he holds this is the most incredible win I've ever seen. He didn't hold it. I think he finished in 11th, but a very, very honest performance.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had the second lap come around. Ollie Conway and Tim Hellwig just kind of went to work. They had to. You had David Cantero just flying. And then with about 2K to go, you just saw
Hugo Milner.
the huge figure of Hugo Milner. Man, flying. Like, he ran a 13:51
That's
off
ridiculous.
the bike. Like, flying. I think he got to the back of him with, I want to say, about 500 meters to go.
Yeah,
600
I saw from here.
Yeah, so like, and when he caught up to him, I don't know what tactics is going through Hugo Milner's mind here, but there
He
was
sat on.
Ollie Conway and Tim
He
Hellwig.
should have gone.
I think he should have just gone around
Yeah.
him. You had the momentum, but would he have been able to hold on? Like, it would have. He just gapped 20 seconds to Ollie Conway and Tim Hellwig.
But-
Not slow runners.
No.
14:10
But I
runners.
think if he could have got in front and kept it going, well, he would have got what he would have got anyway. In a sprint.
Worst case.
So it didn't matter.
When I saw him in the last year, you kind of had that bird's eye angle where he closed and he closed quick.
Yeah.
When I saw him pull up and sit in third, I wasn't sure if that was a great idea.
Yeah.
I kind of thought you probably should have used that momentum. Again, I'm not a
Keep going.
13:50 runner, so
Yeah.
I'm not going to give my expert opinion here of something I've never done
Yeah, you
before.
should have gone quicker, mate.
Yeah, mate, you should just run a bit quicker. I've never done that. So, but still, just an incredible, I thought that was an insane run.
Yeah.
And then they had the sprint finish. Tim Hellwig, I feel so bad for the guy. 2 weeks in a row, being pipped on the line. 2 weeks in a row.
He'll be doing his VO2 sprints.
You know he's doing some 200 max
Yeah.
efforts at the end of these sessions now. But again, honourable. I didn't really have Tim Hellwig or Cantero. I didn't have either of them on the podium because I essentially thought that's a long travel. They both went
Yeah.
to the well last weekend in Lanzarote.
They just missed consistent. They ran exactly the same time.
Second and fourth.
Yeah.
Like, just insane. But, yeah, I feel bad for Tim. Ollie Conway, though, got to give him his flowers. A young kid just
Ooh.
doing numbers.
He
Front pack Sumo.
he might be that next great hope for the UK.
They don't need another one.
Oh, I know. Yeah,
Like,
they've got about 15 of
You've
them.
got 15
just as
great
good.
hopes. Like, they can't keep doing this. They can't. You've just
They
had
just
the
pull them
Brownlees.
out.
Mate,
Just like
you've just had
they
two
spawn.
Brownlees, like, just be the most dominant forces. They flipped the game of triathlon. Then you've had Alex Yee, another just the Alex
Phenomenal runner.
Yee
Yeah.
phenomenon. Probably the All In Triathlon podcast said it. Probably the most impressive endurance athlete in the world
Yeah.
across endurance sport right now. And then you've got an Ollie Conway, who's swimming front pack, strong as an ox on the bike,
He's so young.
and he's so young. And he's running 14:10s off the bike,
Wow.
14:15s. It's
I can't
kind
even
of
fathom.
it's kind of pissing me off. You can't keep doing with a Michael Garr, a Brandon Pye,
Yeah, why?
Hugo Milner coming in
It's
third.
just our juniors,
Oh,
I think.
I don't know. I mean, we do know what the Brits are doing. Sam Dickinson sat in the podcast 2 weeks ago and told us that they're doing everything
Everything.
right.
That's why they're doing everything.
We need to have a investigation into what the Brits are doing, and
Yeah.
we need to copy that process.
We need to get a spy in there.
Non's not telling us everything.
No.
Non is.
Yeah, she's keeping it to herself.
She's keeping some
Yeah.
secrets. The British have got her on an NDA,
Yeah,
and she's keeping some secrets.
until
But,
she goes back.
but no, honestly, super impressive from Conway, and for me, Hugo Milner, athlete of the week,
Yeah, that's
my eyes.
impressive. A 13:51.
and just in the
5K.
and just the way he did it too.
And he crashed only a couple weeks ago.
Crashed
in
a
the
couple
Gold
weeks
Coast.
ago. Like, that was essentially why you ruled him.
Yeah, I ruled him out because I thought, oh, surely he's going to be a bit sore.
He's a scary one. If he can hang on to obviously we know his bike's the weakness. Like, he struggles to sit in packs. He's still new to the triathlon scene. Man, if Hugo Milner can get into a
swing.
chase pack,
Yeah.
you get him in the chase pack and you get him holding on to a chase pack, a 30-second gap is not
Yeah, it's
enough.
not enough. Yeah.
Which is just scary.
Into the women's.
Into the women's.
This was also another pretty
Do you want to review
epic
this one?
sprint finish. I didn't watch it. I watched the sprint finish again.
I'll be honest. I actually only watched on the bike, but it was essentially the same thing.
Yeah.
Swim, bike. There was kind of a few large packs. Only thing with this, second race in a row, we've had a pretty major crash in the girls. I'm not sure. The Israeli athlete, and one that some people thought was going to be a dark horse to take a podium. That was one that we got a few messages on the Unfunded pod sort of saying, do you guys actually know what you're talking about? Like, you should...
The Israelis have just come out of the woodwork.
Yeah, they weren't too happy with us. But, it's now... Pro Tri News, I'm naming a lot of podcasts today, but Pro Tri News spoke on it, actually, on...
The motos.
The motos, and then there was a Lanzarote incident where Fanny Salais actually crashed into the cones.
Yeah.
Were those cones necessary to be there? Or was it just kind of like an obstacle in the
Sometimes
course?
the cones are really dangerous.
We don't need them to be there.
They probably take down more people than...
Yeah.
Yeah, if we know that there's a white line...
Yeah.
But, like, the way packs go, and I know you're not meant to cross the centre line... Sometimes a pack will just expand out of nowhere. Like, it'll just be 10 across the road, and that's what happens.
And I know you don't want it to happen, but that's better than crashing.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Like, it was almost like... And the way Pro Tri News explained it was the cones are obviously so small. Yeah. They're under the eyesight of... We're looking at the person in front of us. If the cone's not above them, we don't know what's there.
Yeah,
and obviously the cones aren't. They're small cones. So, like... You pull out, it's right there, you're going down, which is what we saw in Lanzarote. This was a different scenario. I think she just clipped the wheel. Looked like she just clipped the wheel. So that was driver error. Driver error.
That's good.
That's funny. But yeah, sometimes it's... sometimes maybe we need almost...
Yeah, we could think about it
if there's too many crashes, athletes' health and safety is probably,
Yeah, paramount.
Exactly. We need to sort of figure out. However, onto the sprint finish, we had another three-way sprint finish. Sophie Malawicki, Sian Rainsley, and I always forget her name, Diane
Ivakova.
Diane Ivakova.
Yeah. She won it again. Ivakova? Something like that. Izakova. I don't know. You know the one.
Yeah, that one. The one in the blue suit.
Yeah. I was going to say that as well. The one in the blue suit.
AIN. Represents AIN. Yeah, honestly, I think we kind of knew.
Yeah.
You
didn't want to pick it.
Probably the only people I'm not too nervous to name and shame, but I don't like picking the AIN.
The AIN athletes.
I'm not a huge fan of picking him. You kind of knew it. I was really hoping for Sian. I think Sian is a really good athlete and a phenomenal, great runner. Obviously, she just got third, so like that's a great achievement. But a third is great.
Yeah.
Third for Sian. Sophie Malawicki.
I think that was my impressive weekend.
She's a great runner though.
Yeah.
Get her in a position like that, and I'm not that like
not crazy surprised.
I've known about Sophie Malawicki from when she was like 16 years old. Like she was, I think, one of those athletes that kind of got lost in the system a little bit, kind of growing up. Like she was our best athlete alongside Brittany Dutton back in the 16, 17, 18 years old in the girls. Like they were our big hopes. So Sophie's just coming back into form, and I think if Sophie can get consistent and get racing well and get starts, experience, like she could be a big hope for us.
Yeah, I think so.
Great runner.
Yeah.
And that showed.
Very, very open in that kind of like women's department in Australia.
Especially in Australia.
Yeah. So, that was cool. It was a good breakout. We've had a few, couple of breakouts in the World Cups for the Australian women.
They've been exciting. Exciting racing early on in the season. Yeah. So, we've got a little bit of a gap now. So, we obviously just had Haiku. We've actually got an exciting one. Maddie Hauser lining up in the next 2 weeks. In a local race, just a local race. We'll be down there seeing the first of...
Not holding my breath, though.
Yeah, I'm not
after
either.
the 10K.
Yeah, good point.
I mean, I'll be in China, so...
Oh, sorry. Yeah, Hauser might flake on us again. But next race we've got now is not until World Series. Hopefully, our first World Series of the season.
Yeah.
The week 25th, 26th in Samarkand, end of April.
Yeah.
So, fingers crossed.
So in a month.
Fingers crossed.
We've got to keep some topics on for the pod between now and then.
Yeah, we'll see how many big names we can get on.
Yeah.
But no, once again, that's all for today. Thank you very much for listening. To anybody that is still listening, you might have probably tuned off as soon as I said Reese Lightning. Everyone probably left. That's enough.
Too much American talk.
That's American. Anyway, again, we want to hear from you. What is your opinions? Let's not. I mean, you can keep them strong. They could be strong opinions. I'll always love that.
Allow that.
We'll allow that. I've got strong opinions myself, but not allowed to share them just yet. But yeah, send us a DM, send us an email, send us a voice note, send us whatever you want.
We have a new email, actually.
We have a new email. The Unfunded P. I was panicking when I was doing this, and I set up the email, and the Unfunded Pod, the Unfunded Podcast, the Unfunded, all taken. So I just put P. So the unfundedp@gmail.com. Don't laugh at me. Did my best. Alrighty, guys. Thank you very much. We
Thanks
will
for
speak
listening.
to you next week. Ciao.
Bye.